What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today we're going to be talking about both silver and gold and why I consider the precious metals to be somewhat of a way of playing defense financially. But we also have to talk about the Federal Reserve. A big update there because the meeting begins today. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. And of course, last but not least, go and get your 2 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer 3 friends this month. They're going to give you at least $150 worth of Amazon stock. Everything is linked in the description. So today is Tuesday, January 25th, 2022. The current spot price of silver as I'm filming the video is $23.67. It's down 31 cents or down 1.29%. Gold is actually in the green a little bit. $18.45.90. It's up $2.70 or up 0.15%. And of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 77 to 78 to 1 range. But again, that's as I'm filming the video, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit about silver, a little bit about gold, a little bit about what's going on in the different markets and kind of highlight some of the numbers and some of my expectations. And you can see I have a little bit of gold up there at the top, some silver over here on display, and of course, a refreshing change of pace. I have a red background today. Unfortunately, I don't have a red table cover, so I'm using a red t-shirt, believe it or not. It's actually a red DYDSS t-shirt. Use code REDDAY for a 15% discount today and today only, link in the description. But before we can even get into the money, I think it's important to first talk about the currency and what's going on with the Federal Reserve. So for those of you who do not know, the Federal Reserve's meeting begins today, Tuesday the 25th, and it will also go tomorrow, Wednesday the 26th. We're going to get a lot of information. We're going to learn a lot from these meetings, and depending on what they comment on and depending on the conclusions that they come to, it can send us in an upward or a downward direction. We're going to have to wait and see. As I'm filming the video, it's 10:30 in the morning. Meeting hasn't even started yet. We're going to learn as the day goes on. This video comes out probably about 6 p.m. after the market's already closed, but it will come out probably about 12 p.m. if you're in the Precious Metals VIP Club. So if you want to watch all of my videos early, you know where to go. But the Federal Reserve, this is something that we've been talking about for a couple weeks or a couple months now at this point. The Federal Reserve, they are tapering and they are going to be raising rates. Now, this is something that has a lot of people in somewhat of a little bit of a panic frenzy right now, because if you didn't know, raising rates means that individuals and companies are going to be borrowing less money. And if individuals and companies are borrowing less money, from an investor's point of view, this means less growth. They're not going to be able to invest in their own business as much as they were for the last 2 years when interest rates were at pretty much the bare minimum. So this has people in a little bit of a frenzy because they think with the taper, or potentially the pace getting picked up on the taper, and with rates potentially being raised sooner than expected, this means it's going to impede growth. It's going to stop growth. It's going to get in the way of growth. It's going to interfere with growth in some of their investments. Hence all the red we've been seeing for the last 2.5 to 3 weeks. Now, it could go the opposite way as well. Like I said before, it all depends on what the Federal Reserve comments on between today and tomorrow, or I guess potentially throughout the course of this entire week. We're going to be learning little bits of information as the week goes on. Depending on what they comment on, and depending on the conclusions that they come to, it can send us up, it can send us down. But as of right now, it looks like it's going to be sending us in a further downward direction, especially if they decide to raise rates sooner than expected. And I think a lot of people are anticipating the same thing because pretty much every single day this entire month so far, the stock market has been red. Today, for example, the S&P 500 is down 1.97%. The Dow Jones is down 1.39%. The NASDAQ is down 2.37%. And that's just 10:30 in the morning. God only knows what's going to be going on the entire rest of the day. But as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, we are currently going through a period where we're rotating out of tech. And I personally believe we're going to be rotating into value stocks. I believe with the potential interference in growth, people are going to be taking a step away from the, you guessed it, growth stocks, the tech stocks. I think people are going to be taking a step away from them. So I think tech is probably going to go through a little bit of a slow motion period. I think they're going to be trending in a downward direction and potentially trading sideways for a little bit of time. And I think a lot of people are going to be allocating their resources, allocating their currency, and putting it all, or a lot of it, into value stocks. But considering the tech sector has been carrying the weight of the entire stock market for the last 2 years, I just wanted to quickly point out 3 tech stocks that I'd like to talk about. 3 of the biggest holdings in the S&P 500. That is, Tesla is down 1.82%. Apple is down 2.56%. Amazon is down 3%. These are pretty big drops. And keep in mind, they're going further and further and further into the red pretty much every single day this entire month. Every day that goes by, it's down another percent, another 2%, another 3%. Tech's getting hit pretty hard right now, but then again, everything is getting hit. And by the way, speaking of Amazon, the last one that I mentioned, if you have the opportunity to get $150 worth of Amazon stock for free, you should capitalize on that opportunity. Of course, if you download Webull and fund your account, they'll give you 2 free stocks just for doing so. And if you tell 3 friends about the app this month, they're going to give you at least $150 worth of Amazon stock for free, with the chance of winning all the way up to $3,000 worth of Amazon stock for free. Just click that little invite button, send it to 3 people that you know. It's quite literally that simple. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. But now, moving forward, moving away from stocks, moving away from the Federal Reserve, moving away from the taper, moving away from rates going up, let's talk about the silver and the gold. Here on screen, I have a bunch of little fractional gold coins, a bunch of 10th ounces, a quarter ounce right here, the Philharmonic, a smaller Philharmonic, a Britannia, a Krugerrand, a Maple Leaf, and an Eagle. And then as for silver, we have some Creatures of the North, the Kraken and the Werewolf. We have some silver bars, my state, my country, a Westminster bar, a 5-ounce Sunshine bar, a 10-ounce Sunshine bar, and the Silver Gold Bull bar. And then down there at the bottom, we have just some miscellaneous silver coins, Type 1 Eagle, Type 2 Eagle, Maple Leaf, Kangaroo, so on and so forth. I wanted to talk about the precious metals today because I consider them to be my personal way of playing defense financially. There are a lot of different ways you can go when it comes to stacking or when it comes to investing. There are so many different ways you can utilize your currency as a tool to help propel you in a forward direction. And the way I see the silver and the gold, it's just my way of playing defense. Investing is my way of playing offense. That's probably a lot of people's way of playing offense. It's a form of defense as well, because a lot of different types of investments can be a hedge against inflation or a store of value, like real estate, for example. Real estate, I would say, is the #1 greatest wealth preservation tool on the planet. Doesn't even compete. It's king. I, however, unfortunately do not have a $30,000 down payment. So that's not really an option for me right now, but I'm saving up. Silver and gold, on the other hand, I consider to be an excellent tool. I consider to be wealth preservation for the long term. It's not what, let's just say, Warren Buffett, arguably the greatest investor of all time, considers to be a productive asset. Of course not. Silver and gold, they're not productive assets. They don't do anything on their own. They just sit there, as Warren Buffett explains. But guess what? That's what I like about silver and gold. And that's what I like about my way of playing defense. The silver and gold, they have, I've said this over and over again for years and years and years at this point, thousands of different uses in all different industries, sectors, different types of corporations and different fields use the silver and use the gold for so many different reasons. Gold, obviously, for jewelry, it's an incredible conductor of both heat and electricity. Silver is the #1 conductor of both heat and electricity. It's the most reflective metal. It's used in medicine, batteries, photography, so many different areas. The precious metals are incredibly important. And my favorite thing about how used they are all around the planet is the fact that with how many jobs they have, they're almost like a diversified investor. I don't consider precious metals to be an investment, but they act almost like an investor, a very, very diversified investor, because they have so many different uses. Silver, for example, over 10,000 uses. If silver's replaced in a certain field or for a certain thing, if something new is discovered, they're like, hey, this is actually a little bit better than silver for this specific entity or for this specific subject or for this specific whatever. Guess what? It still has 9,999 other jobs. Silver is incredibly diversified. Gold is also incredibly diversified, which is why I consider the precious metals to be my way of playing defense. They are considered to be unproductive assets, but that's what they're supposed to be for me. If I was looking to profit, if I was looking to generate revenue, if I was looking for cash flow, I'd be in business, stocks, and real estate. Those are for a different cause. Those are a different game, or a different part of the game, I should say, because those are a way of playing offense. This right here is a way of playing defense. That's just me. That's just my opinion. That's just what I do. But I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to the stock market continuing to fall, then again, I am filming this video at 10:30 in the morning. It's being posted well after the market has already been closed. Let me know in the comments whether it closed in the red or it closed in the green. Of course, when it comes to the Federal Reserve, the meeting starts today. Again, as I post the video, meeting's already started. Meeting's already going on. They're already in the same room. They're already having the conference. Let me know what type of an impact you think this is going to have on the markets. What conclusion do you think they are going to come to? What do you think they're going to be commenting on this week publicly? And do you think it's going to send us in an upward or a downward direction? And then, of course, last but not least, what are your thoughts on everything I shared related to silver and gold? Do you view it the same way I view it? Do you look at the precious metals as somewhat of a way of financially playing defense? These right here, hate to break it to you, are not cash flow producing assets. These do not generate rental income. These do not pay you in dividends or distributions or anything like that. That's not what they're for. I consider them to be a store of value for the long term. Now you could ask me, like, hey, spot price is a little bit lower today than it was 3 months ago. I'm not fazed by that. 3 months ago doesn't mean anything to me. 3 years ago doesn't mean anything. 3 years in the future doesn't mean anything to me. I'm looking about decades down the road. I'm not worried about the last couple of months or the next couple of months or the last couple of years or the next couple of years. That's not long term to me. That's irrelevant to me. My end goal is what matters to me. Years and years and years, decades in the future. And everything that happens in between now and then, just noise. Couldn't care less. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic and your thoughts on the Federal Reserve and your thoughts on the current state of the precious metals. If you guys liked today's video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, and coffee mugs in a bunch of different designs. Don't forget, use code REDDAY for a 15% discount today and today only. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, where I do giveaways every month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free, and there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. And last but not least, make sure to go and get your 2 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. That link will also be in the description. If you tell 3 friends about the app this month, they're going to give you at least $150 worth of Amazon stock for free, with the chance of winning all the way up to $3,000 worth of Amazon stock for free. That's over an entire share of Amazon for free. All you got to do is click that little invite button, send it to the 3 people that you know, bing, bang, boom. It's quite literally that simple. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? What are your thoughts on the current state of the stock market? Did it close in the red? Did it close in the green? When it comes to the Federal Reserve, what do you think they're going to be commenting on? What do you think the conclusions are going to be? What do you think the result is going to be? Do you think they're going to be picking up the pace when it comes to the taper? Do you think they're going to be raising rates sooner than expected? Or do you think it's going to stay on that slow, steady, gradual game plan or strategy as they've been talking about the last couple of months? And last but not least, what are your thoughts on silver and gold? Do you see it the same way I see it? Do you see stacking precious metals as a way of financially playing defense, not to be confused with tactics you can take on financially playing offense? 2 different parts of the game. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.